7. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah, bringing you the latest in the world of sports from the crack of the bat. In Swatraman, Summer Techs managed to win in Africa. Very good victories for them. Hazakis ladies, however, exit Manchester City with a very good start to the Premier League as John Mikel continues to lament on Chelsea's inability to be potent up front. Well, some other results from the La Liga as Mbappe couldn't shine on his debut La Liga game. There's also some bets on that is ongoing campaign in Ghana ahead of the election. We'll be concentrating on the sports bet. Well, let's get into action where we bring you some, pledges to boost grassroots sports in Ghana from the Vice President of Ghana, who is currently on the ticket of the MPP as the flag bearer ahead of the general elections in December. And they have an ambitious target of achieving Olympic success at the 2028 Games in Los Angeles.
Ministry responsible for sports in collaboration with other stakeholders such as the GES and sports federations. My government will seek school-level collaboration with international sports bodies like the NBA and the NFL to make Ghana a hub for these emerging sports in Africa, to create more opportunities for young people. We have already tried this with the NFL, the governing body for American football. We will, ladies and gentlemen, also upgrade the surfaces of our football pitches to meet the highest international standards. And so we will be seeing an upgrading of the stadia in Kumasi, Accra, Cape Coast, Tamale, and Esipong to make sure that they meet the highest international standards. My government will also implement an effective maintenance module for our sports facilities. We will continue the construction of astroturfs for every constituency to boost the development of our talents, including juvenile football. We have increased astroturfs from 3 that we inherited to over 150 in 2024. We are going to start an Operation Olympics Glory program by dedicating resources towards the preparation of our athletes and their readiness for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, USA, including where necessary, targeting specific sports for medals.
So that is there, very ambitious target in there, but there is also some interest in grassroots football and also making the domestic football product, the Ghana Premier League, a success.
We will support the revival of the Premier League and clubs to improve commercial viability and create related jobs by directing policy through the National Lotteries Authority and the Gaming Commission to establish and fund a sports employment module to assist premier clubs fund operational expenses, including player remuneration. And also we will provide a bus to each Premier League club. And we will build 6 5,000-seater capacity stadia for the new regions, the 6 new regions, and we will build a standard stadium for Sunyani because of their love of football and the many clubs in Sunyani. We will promote school sports by establishing a Ghana School Sports Secretariat to create more opportunities for young people in sports and collaborate with international bodies, as I said, to make Ghana a hub.
So that is it from the flag bearer for the New Patriotic Party on their vision for sport when voted into power ahead of the general elections, the MPP manifesto. Well, we tried to get some journalists on board, but we would get them later on when we speak on Sunrise with Johnny Hughes and the rest of the team. Now let's move on to our interest in Africa Club competition. And FC Summer Techs 1996 edged Victoria United 1-0 1-0 in their CAF Champions League debut in Cameroon. The match started 25 minutes late due to player eligibility protests. Emmanuel Mama scored the only goal in the second half, giving the Ghanaian side the crucial away win. Samatex are expected to host the return leg, aiming to advance further in the competition. Now in Swatraman Football Club, also at the Accra Sports Stadium, made a bright start, defeating Charts Elect Sport 3-0 at home. Mohamed Abdul Rahman scored twice in the 30th and 36th minute, while Prince Edukwabna Maida added another on the 34th minute to make Swatraman run away with a 3-0 lead. Elect Sports goalkeeper was sent off in the second half for handling the ball outside the penalty area. Yao Preko is the head coach of Swatraman, and he spoke after the game.
There's nothing is done yet. Football is full of surprises. I've been in the game for a very long time, and I know when you underrate your opponent, they will hurt you. Fine, we won 3-0. Second half, there was a lot of hiccups, and we need to work on it. First of all, we need to do is make sure that we recuperate very well, and then make sure our tactics really worked when we go back there. Because, like the coach said, it's not done. And I believe I've seen a lot, and I believe it's still not done. We still have a lot of work to do. But I'm happy we're able to score 3 goals. But still, the work is not done yet.
The work is not done yet, according to Yao Preko, ahead of the return leg that will be coming up next week. Now let's move on to the CAF Women's Champions League, where Hazakah's ladies won 6-1 in their final qualifying match, but failed to reach the 2024 Women's Champions League. Despite an emphatic victory, the Queens had a 1-0 win over AO and Tinsel that allowed them to advance on goal difference, eliminating the Ghanaian champions. Hazakah's assistant coach Emmanuel Owusu Ansah spoke after the game.
To be a more complex game because our opponents already have conceded more than 10 goals. So we knew they're just going to play in a different format. They will be defending more because they would not like to concede more goals. And so our plan was to play more attacking variables, throw in more attacking questions on them, and that is our plan. And whilst we're doing that too, we have to have a defensive balance, and so that was the plan. The motivating factor was very clear that we had Nigerians playing against the Burkina Faso, which of course we had our own destiny in our hands to score more goals without conceding, and so we came all out to score more goals, and that was the motivating factor.
So that is from Emmanuel Owusu. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't win. They had to finish. Edo Queens finished the group with 9 points and 9 goals. Atincel advanced with 4 points and 4 goals. Hazakah's ladies also had 4 points but finished third on the log. AS Guard National finished with 0 points. Now let's move on to some news coming in from CAF. And in an unprecedented move, CAF has announced a $50,000 reward for clubs participating in the preliminary round of the Interclub competitions. Additionally, the Champions League winners' prize has been significantly increased to $4 million, up from the $2.5 million in 2022. Similarly, the Confederation Cup champion will now receive $2 million and a substantial appreciation from the $1.2 million awarded in 2022. Very interesting there for the African clubs. Let's get into the English Premier League. Or Manchester City with another bright start to the season after they defeated Chelsea 2-0, extending their unbeaten run to 24 matches in the Premier League. Erling Haaland scored his 91st Manchester City goal and his 100th appearance, while Mateo Kovacic sealed the victory late on. The result contrasted with last season's 4-0 draw at the Stamford Bridge. Pep Guardiola on the victory.
Quite similar, your feeling, surprise. I didn't expect perform the level. So especially Kevin and I would say and Bernardo, there's lack of training sessions, but everyone was unbelievable. The reason why we were champions last year is for this mentality of group. There's still, we talk about that. So once we are here, why we don't try be ourselves, not talk absolutely about the titles because it's 10 months ahead of us. The good news that we won one game. The bad news is we have 67 or 70 games ahead of us. So, but started that well is really good for us.
Very good for them, according to Pep Guardiola. Now moving on to Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca. It wasn't really a bright start. City have joined 7 other teams on 3 points, but Chelsea sit just above the relegation zone after the first game. Maresca after the loss.
As you said, we don't like to lose games, but the performance I think was very good. We compete against the best team in this moment in the world. We compete at the same level, we create chances, and as I said, for large part of the game, I think the team was at the same level or even in some moment even better. And I think the difference between us and them was inside the box and the way they managed the ball at the end, that they are a master.
So that is Enzo Maresca blaming himself and the team of not having a potent a potent striker up front. Well, Mikel Obi is a former Chelsea player and he hasn't really been happy with how the Blues have been playing. He says they need a striker if they want to go to the top. His rant after yesterday's game.
He cannot help Chelsea. Madueke, I thought, who played well last season, he didn't start the game. He didn't come on. You're looking to get the team better. Modric was on the bench. He didn't come on. I think these players could have helped us. But again, like you said, we knew that this problem was, from last season. To get a striker who will score goals. Who will score goals? Jackson, yes, he does a little bit here and there. But we need a top striker like we did back in our day. DJ Drogba, we knew. If you give him 2 or 3 chances, he will score 1. We've seen Haaland today. First chance he got, the way he took the ball, the way he finished. These are top striker with Premier League experience. We don't have that. Jackson is not going to get us that. I know sometimes when I talk and the Chelsea fans, they see me passionately talking about it. It's because of how much I love the club, how much I want the club to succeed, how much I want the club to get back to where we were. We don't want to become a mediocre team who finishes 10th, 9th every season. That's not who we are. We compete to win the Premier League. We are always in the Champions League. The more this goes on, the more we start to drift into that situation whereby, yes, finishing 10th is comfortable for us. It's not comfortable for us. We want to get back to where we were, and we need to start signing the right players. And that starts by getting a top striker who's going to help us this season.
John Mikel Obi very much pissed that how Chelsea played. But away from the Premier League, let's get into the Spanish La Liga, where Real Madrid need to improve after a disappointing 1-0 draw at Mallorca in the La Liga opener, according to the head coach Carlo Ancelotti. Despite high expectations of Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid, the team struggled to break down Mallorca's defense. Ancelotti expressed concerns over the disjointed performance and Mallorca's late chances to win. So Madrid settled for a 1-0 draw in their game. But Robert Lewandowski's 2 goals led Barcelona to a 2-1 comeback victory at Valencia in their La Liga season opener. Valencia's Hugo Duro scored first with a header just before halftime. Lewandowski equalized moments later, tapping in Yamin Lamal's cross. He then secured the win with a penalty early in the second hour after Rafinha was fouled. Hansi Flick in his debut as Barcelona's manager fielded 17-year-olds Marc Bernal, Pau Kubasi and Lamine Yamal in the starting lineup. Dani Olmo couldn't play because of that is financial issues. Hansi Flick on the victory.
Did really good. They played direct in the offense, and we had many problems in the first half. And I think in the second half we made it much better. So we are really happy. Yeah, you can see our team. So we have many injured players. So I hopefully they come back very soon. So we have to accept that, and I think the players in America in the preseason from La Liga from La Masia, they did really well. They increased a lot. So now today you also see it. Was really good to see how they act on the pitch at this situation, with pressure from the stands, and also the first match from Marc Bernal, and he made it really good.
It was a very good one, but Barcelona had to rely on the experience of striker Robert Lewandowski to get them that brace to win. The striker had a very good game, scoring twice. He spoke after the game.
Yeah, I think always when you are playing here in Valencia in this stadium is very difficult, especially if you're playing first game after the preseason, after also a little bit crazy that so many players coming back in a different time. So I think this game for us is very, very important. Also with the young players on the pitch, we play as a team, we're working hard as a team, and in the end we have 3 points. So I think for the beginning these 3 points are very important, especially that we have the next week 3 games. So we have to stay focused, and before the national team we try to win 9 points in these three games.
So that is it there from Robert Lewandowski, hoping that they get the very best in their subsequent games. Now, Bayer Leverkusen won the German Super Cup, beating VfB Stuttgart 4-3 on penalties after a 2-2 draw. Despite playing with 10 men for over half the match, Leverkusen equalized late to force penalties. Victor Boniface scored early for Leverkusen, with Milot equalizing for Stuttgart after Terrier's red card. Stuttgart took the lead through Undav, but Patrick Schick leveled late for by Leverkusen. Well, Leverkusen then had to have a perfect shootout, while Stuttgart's Silas missed the crucial penalty. So the African brothers in there, once again, another trophy for them. There is Jeremy Frimpong, there is Victor Boniface, there is Edmond Tapsoba of Burkina Faso. All these guys, Adli of Morocco, all of them celebrating after the victory. Then you can see Jonathan Tah, the captain who plays for Germany, also in there. Let's get back to the Premier League, where there will be a game this evening. Leicester City against Tottenham Hotspur, and Yves Bissouma, the Malian, has been suspended by his coach for inhaling laughing gas. Well, Postecoglou explains the decision to suspend Yves Bissouma for the match.
How wrong it was, and hopefully through that he comes out of it. You always want to give people an opportunity to kind of learn from their mistakes. The second part of that, he's also a footballer. He's a footballer of this club. He has responsibilities. He has responsibility of the club. He has responsibility to his teammates. He has responsibility to our supporters, everyone associated with the club, and he's failed in those duties. So there's got to be sanctions to that. So he won't be available for Monday. We've suspended him for Monday's game, but beyond that, there's also some trust building that needs to happen between Biss and me and Biss and the group. And that's what he needs to work hard at from now on to try and win that back. And that's got nothing to do with just one game. He may be suspended for one game, but he's going to have to earn that. And hopefully, like I said, the door is open for him, and hopefully we can help him to realise that the decisions he makes impacts more than just him. And as I said, hopefully he allows him to make better decisions moving forward.
Well, making decisions going forward, we expect to see Abdul Fattah Sahako in action. There was Jordan Ayew, who also played over the weekend, but he came off the bench. Mohamed Kudus had his team suffering a 2-1 loss in the game against Aston Villa, but there was Antoine Semenyo with a season opener as he equalized against Nottingham Forest for his side, AFC Bournemouth. Thomas Partey was on the winning side, helping Arsenal to win. And then Real Mallorca in Spain, Real Mallorca managed a victory also over their opponent, and it was Abdul Mumen who was also in that defense. So another interesting time for them. Finishing off with tennis, Carlos Alcaraz has apologized for smashing his racket after the loss to Guy Monfils. The world number 3 lost 4-6, 7-6, 6-4 to the 37-year-old Frenchman in a rare display of frustration. He was playing his first match since earning a silver medal at the Paris Olympics, where he lost to Novak Djokovic. Carlos Alcaraz on his apology and how he wants to come back before the US Open.
I was feeling great, hitting the ball clear, moving well. Probably I felt like he was another sport, playing in the center court than the other courts. The balls were faster on the center court, bounced much more than other courts. As I said, honestly, I came here thinking that I'm gonna feel good. I'm gonna put a good tennis because I'm used to playing in this court. I know how to play in this court, but I felt like totally different surfaces, totally a different sport. It couldn't happen. So But my mindset and my feeling is that I'm ready to win in every tournament that I go.
So that is from Carlos Alcaraz there. Not really the best of times that he expected to have. The US Open will begin in New York on 26th of August. Thanks for joining me this morning on Sunrise. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah. Thanks to Emmanuel Andam and Amaka for the production. Same time tomorrow, I'll be coming your way with a lot more. There's more sports news on 3news.com as well as 3sportsGH on all the socials. On the drive, we'll be back, and then on Hot Edition, we'll be bringing you the latest development from every other sports and news you would want to know. Have a brilliant morning. Johnny Hughes and the rest of the team take over.
Gets busy on this frequency. 92.7 3FM.
Radio Development Show Host of the Year 2016-2017.
And the winner is John Hughes.
Hi, my name is Johnny Hughes, your community rights advocate, and I'm still on the quest to bring smiles into your communities with Community Connect on 3FM 92.7. Join me this and every Friday morning at 9 a.m. right here on 3FM, and together we will solve the problems bothering your communities.